Access to entertainment in Africa is one of the hardest, riskiest, and less rewarding things one could venture into. For starters, most of the popular TV series, animes are not available in the continent because the platforms to watch them are not available. And even if they are really hard to get. But what if I told you that there is an app that saves most of us Africans? For starters, YouTube is one of them. YouTube is a free platform that most of us use to watch content for free. But those contents are not movies, they are not shows, they are just people making videos to entertain others. But if you really want to watch shows, movies, and TV series, then you are left with no choice but to go into piracy. This is how most of the shows are watched in Africa. Now, don't get me wrong, some people actually pay for the subscription based apps like Netflix, Prime Video, and Hulu. Scratch that. Hulu is not even available in most of the countries in Africa. But if you look at it, it is not like most of the African people can't even afford to pay for these services. Now, okay, according to data or according to what you might see in the internet, it might show you that Africans are poor. But what if I told you that Africans are really well grounded? Most of us could afford food, we could afford a living on our own. Now, excluding the poorest countries out there, most Africans can go by with their days, affording food, healthcare, and water services. Scratch that, we're going out of topic. The thing is, paying for these subscription based services is the problem. There are no locally installed payment methods for us to pay for our services. For example, if, like, let's say Netflix set up a payment method in which most of the countries could use their locally installed payment apps to pay for their subscription, then there's a market for them to exploit. There is hella revenue to be made here. But instead, we're left with difficult ways to pay. For example, if you have to pay, you need to use a third party person. Now, guess what? Some of them are shady. You might pay them and then they'll run away with your money. That's risky. Just for you to watch a show legally, just for you to support a creator that you like. So before going through that hustle, you go to the easy way. Pirated apps are easy. You install or you go to their web-based services. Now you stream or you download. And the fact is that they also offer unlimited downloads, unlike Netflix, which has a limited number of downloads you can have in a month, and Prime Video. All of those apps are kind of not good. They are kind of ass in a way, but you know, they contain the favorite shows of most of us. So it is only natural that most people just go straight into pirating. Some people don't even know that pirating is bad in Africa. They just go into it thinking that it is the right way to get their shoes. I make research. I know that piracy is theft, but is it really theft when you cannot even pay for something that you wanna look or watch? It is the only option provided to you, so you cannot really call that theft. It is called getting what I want the way I want it. Does that make sense? I don't know, but that's what I know. So, is there a way to remedy all this? Is there a way to solve all these issues? Well, I think so. These companies need to really put in thought for us. They really need to sit down and think, okay, we need something. We need to provide services for our African viewers. And then bam, they could contact these payment apps and then they could actually integrate them into the system, into their systems. That is easy. Now look, I don't think it is going to be that easy, but it is a step in the right direction. And if they want to reduce piracy, I think that is a very good step to take. Now, I don't know if they will hear this because I know is watching this, but it's only fair that I give out my thoughts. And if you enjoy the video, I would consider you giving a like, share. Until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.